Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, reading the book Chance for Joseph Conrad. Dun, dun, Chance. Chance by Joseph Conrad. Ta-da-da-da. Ta-da-da-da. Author's note. Okay, we ain't gonna read this. Dun, dun. Now here we are. Chapter 1. Young Powell and his chance. Let's go check it. Part 1. The damsel. I believe he had seen us out of the window coming off to dine in the... Well, sorry, I don't know this word. Hey Gemini, how do we pronounce Dinghy, and what does this word mean?
It is pronounced ballet, ballet. A dinghy is a small open boat, often carried or towed by a larger vessel for use as a lifeboat or for transport to shore. It can also refer to small recreational boats used for rowing or sailing. Would you like the etymological origin of the term?
Bro, I ain't a good reader. Hey Gemini, what's the meaning of the word YAWL?
Yaw refers to the twisting.
Well, add an L at the end.
Yawl refers to a two-masted sailing vessel, where the smaller mizzenmast is stepped abaft, behind, the rudder post.
Can you show me a picture or a photo of it?
A yawl is a two-masted sailing vessel characterized by its small mizzenmast located behind the rudder post.
Okay.
Actually, hold on, let me start over. A yawl is a two-masted...
You're an idiot. Well, let's start all again. Like, just you are learning with me, okay? I believe he had seen us out of the window coming off to dine in the dinghy of a 14-ton yawl belonging to Marlowe, my host and skipper. Sorry, I know I'm annoying. Hey Gemini, what is a skipper?
In a general context, a skipper is the captain or master of a ship, tugboat, or recreational vessel. The term also has specific meanings in other fields. Sports. In cricket or field hockey, it refers to the team captain. Biology.
Okay.
It is a type...
My host, which is Marlowe, we helped the boy we had with us to haul the boat up on the landing stage before we went up to the Riverside Inn. Bro, I think I don't even know English. Hey Gemini, what is a haul? HAUL.
In a maritime or shipping context, a haul refers to the distance or quantity of a single transport task or the act of pulling a heavy load. The term originates from the Old French hailer, meaning to pull or drag. Here are its primary applications. Logistics. A long haul describes a journey over a great distance.
Can you show me the IPA pronunciation for it?
The standard IPA transcription for Hall is NUS, Hale.
Well, can you give me another word, like a common word that have the same pronunciation as it?
The most common homophone for Hall is Hall.
Okay, now I know it. So where were we? We helped the boy we had with us to haul the boat up on the landing stage before we went up to the Riverside Inn. Now, what is an INN? What is an inn, like a Riverside Inn?
An inn is a small establishment that provides lodging, food, and drink for travelers.
Can you show me a photo of it?
Link to Google user content.
Like, can you show me an old style? Like, for example, like 500 years ago, what would it look like?
An inn from approximately 500 years ago, the 1500s, would typically be a timber frame structure. These buildings were characterized by exposed dark wooden beams with white or cream-colored plaster infill, a style known as wattle and daub. Actually, hold on, let me start over. An inn from a...
Gemini is sick. Well... Now let's continue. Where we found our new acquaintance. What is an acquaintance? Hey Gemini, what's an acquaintance?
An acquaintance is someone you know slightly, but who is not a close friend.
Okay.
You might recognize...
Eating his dinner in dignified loneliness at the head of a long table, white and inhospitable like a snowbank. The red tint of his clear-cut face with trim short black whiskers under a cap of curly iron grey hair was the only warm spot in the dinginess of that room. What is a dinginess of a room?
Dinginess refers to a state of shabby, dull, or grimy appearance in a space. It is typically characterized by poor lighting, insufficient or yellowish light.
Okay. Where was I? Here. The only spot in the room, cooled by the cheerless tablecloth. We knew him already by sight as the owner of a little 5-ton cutter, which he sailed alone, apparently a fellow yachtsman in the unpretending band of fanatics who cruise at the mouth of the Thames. What is the Thames? Like Thames?
The Thames is the longest river entirely in England, flowing 215 miles, 346 kilometers, through Oxford and Reading before bisecting London. It is a tidal river known for its historical role as a trade artery and its modern landmarks like the Tower Bridge.
Okay. Who cruise at the mouth of the Thames. But the first time he addressed the waiter sharply as steward. We knew him at once for a sailor as well as a yachtsman. Presently he had occasion to reprove that same waiter for the slovenly manner. What is slovenly manner?
A slovenly manner refers to a habit of being habitually messy, lazy, or careless in appearance and behavior. It describes a person who neglects neatness and discipline, often resulting in a disheveled look or poor quality of work. Would you like?
He had occasion to reprove that same waiter for the slovenly manner in which the dinner was served. He did it with considerable energy and then turned to us. If we at sea, he declared, went about our work as people ashore high and low go about theirs, we should. Well, I think we've read a whole page today, and I hope that you understood something, even though I don't think so. But if you think about it, like we explained several words, like my video was beneficial, like, right? It is a very useful video. I'm not arrogant, but if you didn't like the video, I don't care. But you should like it. Now, okay, before we close this video, I'm going to read this page again, but without, I'm gonna try to read it correctly this time. I believe he had seen us out of the window coming off to dine in the dinghy of a 14-ton yawl belonging to Marlowe, my host and skipper. We helped the boy we had with us to haul the boat up on the landing stage before we went up to the Riverside Inn, where we found our new acquaintance eating his dinner in dignified loneliness at the head of a long table, white and inhospitable like a snowbank, the red tint of his clear-cut face with trim short black whiskers under a cap of curly iron grey hair was the only warm spot in the dinginess of that room, cooled by the cheerless tablecloth. We knew him already by sight as the owner of the little five-ton cutter, which he sailed alone apparently, a fellow yachtsman in the unpretending band of fanatics who cruise at the mouth of the Thames or of the Thames. But the first time he addressed the waiter sharply as steward, we knew him at once for a sailor as well as a yachtsman. Presently he had occasion to reprove that same waiter for the slovenly manner in which the dinner was served. He did it with considerable energy and then turned to us. If we at sea, he declared, went about our works as people ashore high and low go about theirs, we should. Okay, we've read a page. We should never make a living. No one would employ us. And moreover, no ship navigated and sailed in the happy-go-lucky manner people conduct their business on shore would ever arrive into port. Well, he seems to be a very wise man. Bro, that's crazy. 15 minutes to read only one page. Wow, that's crazy. Well, but I'm tired, so I'm gonna say have a good day, guys. Maybe we can continue reading later.